Alrighty.
Yes.
So, all right. I just hit record.
Perfect.
So, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been recording for
Oh, okay.
6 minutes now.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, hello, Bailey.
Hello.
Are we doing online names or real names? What should we do?
I can do both. I
All right.
introduce myself on my channel as Bailey, also known as CringleMcCringle. So.
All right. So I guess we could open up with just what's up, guys. Welcome to our silly little podcast that we're trying out. This is our, would we say second attempt recording this, or how many attempts have we tried?
I don't know,
this?
but all I know is that it says my battery is on half-life, which I don't understand because it was charging all night. So if at any point I send you, my video later today, there might be a chunk that's just black. So. All
right, I mean that's whatever. I mean,
fine.
Well,
at least,
we may or may not have any visuals.
I've got audio also recorded separately, so.
Okay, that's good though.
Everything's good. So we can always just edit around that.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the editing, so it should be working fine. But
perfect.
So, my name is Jaden Navoa, or otherwise known as Stitch Productions on the internet. Here we have Bailey, aka the magnificent CringleMcCringle.
Hello, hello.
And we just wanted to, I guess, just talk about some news and information that's been going on lately in the Transformers world. That's been,
yes, sir.
I'd say it's pretty hot right now. So yeah, I mean, we both are pretty familiar with the Transformers brand. I mean, we both have our own YouTube channels.
Yep.
We both been in the community for a while, and
live and breathe.
We'll kind of go deep. We'll be going deeper into this, but so Cringe, tell me, just a brief introduction. What is your favorite Transformers thing? What got you into it?
First Transformers thing that got me into it was the 2007 Michael Bay movie. Quickly after that, I was hooked with video games, toys, the rest of the movies, TV shows. But yeah, that was how I got introduced to it. So, and that's what I mainly dabble in.
For me, it was, I guess, something kind of similar. Did you get to watch the 2007 movie in theater, or was that an at-home thing?
No, so I did watch it in theater. I was four,
nice.
So I don't remember seeing it, but apparently my mom tells me that I was holding on to my chair, just mouth wide open, just in complete awe. So she was like, we found it.
For me, it was, my dad actually bootlegged the 86 movie.
Yeah.
And then I really liked that, and I was like, I wanted to see more, and then he took me to see the 2007 movie. But I was maybe 2 or 3, something like that. So when I saw it, it was
this is real.
It was a young boy's dream.
Just there's robots, cars, and explosions. I love all of it.
Yeah, I mean I'm not sure if this was the same experience for you, but when I was younger, I used to always whenever we used to drive by trucks or Camaros or pickup trucks or something like that, I always thought they were the characters from the movie.
Yep.
And it's the 2007 movie was definitely I guess my introduction to the world.
Yep.
But then I just went deep.
Yeah.
I just went in deeper from there.
Sunk right in.
But would you say that the toys are what keep you in the brand, or is it the actual media that is present?
I would say it's probably the toys. A lot of my childhood was spent around the toys. Obviously, I would spend a lot of time watching movies, but I would more so be downstairs at my mom's house, and she had a pool table, and I would just make giant battlefields with all the toys that I had. So that is mostly what keeps me in still to this day, and just kind of the hunt of collecting it all.
Yeah, I'd say the hunt for me is always one of the most fun / unique parts of finding the figure. I mean, I get pissed off when I don't find things in the store, but that's the point of the hunt. Getting a little bit of a frustration gives you more of a want to finding the figure.
Yeah.
But I guess speaking of hunt, we're going to be talking about some new figures that were revealed at SDCC this this weekend? Was it?
It was this past
last
weekend.
Yeah. So I didn't go to this, but I actually had a friend who was there and was sending me like photos live on the day. So it was pretty like cool. We all had a rough idea of things that were going to be revealed.
Yeah.
And we won't really be getting into those leaks now. Maybe another time we'll go over the rest of the Age of the Primes Year 2. But I'd say we got a lot of the bulk of the like really cool stuff. So what would you say was like, before we get into like knee deep of it, what would you say was the highlight of the reveals for you?
Titan Grimlock.
Titan Grimlock.
It's a thing I never thought would happen, and here we are, and I'm so excited.
I was really thinking that was going to be Rise of the Beast Stratosphere.
Okay. I'm going to say it right now. I don't like Age of Extinction. I don't like The Last Night. Not for me. But when I saw Titan Grimlock, I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, the problem is, like, I hate those.
Yeah.
Those are my least favorite of the movies. Kind of going back to our childhood, like, stories. When I first watched Age of Extinction, I love telling the story. The scene of T.J. Miller getting, like, fried to death, like, that traumatized me so bad. And then just, like, the movie itself just made me, like, not like the Transformers brand for a few years.
Yeah.
But it was actually the Last Night toy line that got me back into buying the figures. Okay. It was when the Raging Nation, like, leaked that Barricade and Berserker were, like, a part of the toy line.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, Barricade from, like, the 2007 movie?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. I forgot that guy was in Dark of the Moon, in all honesty. Well, and then, like... And then, but also going off of Dark of the Moon, seeing Berserker, who is basically just like Crankcase.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like,
reusing
whoa,
assets.
okay. And those toys were, at the time, very fun. And, you know.
Yeah.
But getting updated designs of these characters, like, no matter what you could say about the movies, these designs were sick.
Oh, yeah.
Like Grimlock, like, even though he's not G1 Grimlock, he's a unique design that, like, I'd say has its own presence and its own character. I mean, I like to play a game with friends of, can you guess what Transformer this was? And I'd say, Grimlock is a T-Rex, but you're still able to capture who he was in this figure, in this design. And I'm going to be picking up Titan Grimlock. I'm also going to be picking up all of these. But I looking at the picture right now, I'm seeing like some little details on him that I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'd say the highlight for me of these reveals is that Amalgamus Prime.
Oh yeah, that figure. Honestly, I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out.
Me neither, because, especially with like his design.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you turn him into? And I like what they did with him. Making him like a quadruped.
I saw a lot of people on the internet saying he was going to be maybe like a 6-shot pre-tool.
I don't see it.
But I was just like, I don't see that for him. And like you were saying, just his look in general is like you have to kind of make up a little bit of black magic to like decide of what he would look like.
Well, I like how it looks. But I like the coloring. I like the silver. I like the gold. I think it works pretty well. That head is very Shockwave, so I'm sure that 3 years from now they might do a Shockwave repaint. It
kind of looks like the Angry Birds Transformers Shockwave. I'm not sure if you've seen like the photoshops of him online.
Yeah.
Like that, but people are saying he looks a lot like that, and I see it.
There you go. Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Angry Bird Shockwave.
I wonder what's like if they can legally do those.
That's
like,
a good
I'm
question.
sure they have, because Angry Birds is kind of like defunct right now. Like they don't
I don't know
anything.
anyone who still plays it.
I know that they're doing a third movie, so
really?
it's like, hey, it's in production. So it's like, I'm very curious if
I didn't
what
even know
happens
there was a second
to the Angry
one.
Birds. Whoa, you didn't even know about the second one?
No,
okay,
I only knew about the first one because I saw that one probably in theaters.
I remember seeing that one in theaters too. But yeah, no. So I wonder if a third movie coming out could potentially like maybe lead to a crossover toy
Maybe.
or or a remembering of Angry Birds Transformers. I don't know, but I guess that would be a question for the designers.
Yeah.
But so I guess let's go through one by one of the things that were revealed. It technically isn't on the TFW listings for it, but we got revealed a few days before the Sea Spray and Brawn.
Yes.
Which looked pretty cool.
Yep. Travis was very excited for Sea Spray. That's his boy.
I mean, like, it's such a Sea Spray. I mean, I don't love his head sculpt, but like, what else are you gonna do with it? Like, it's just a choice of how they sculpted it. It's a little pudgy for me, but Sea Spray is kind of a pudge.
Yeah, he's
like
kind
a
of
more rounded character, so I guess it works in a way.
Yeah, he's very similar, like, to Cosmos in that sense, of where he's a little more round instead of boxy. And that kind of leads into my theory. Like, I was looking at the toy when they, like, first revealed it, and I was like, is this a Cosmos partial? Is this a Cosmos retool?
Ooh.
Because, like, looking at, like, the feet and the legs, and then, like, the little arm assembly, I was like, I wonder. I'm probably wrong, but I wonder if it's a Cosmos retool.
I wonder what Mark's gonna say during his notes. Like that he usually posts. Like that,
if he says it's Cosmos, I'm gonna feel like a genius. If not, I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
I mean, this guy is popping up in Canada already, so it's like, eventually we'll probably get some answers soon.
Yeah, Proto got his.
But then there's Brawn. Oh yeah, I'm just like,
damn,
lucky. You know?
Yeah, I can't wait to go in the Walmarts in the U.S. and find B and Gears clogging the shelves for the next year and a half. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. God, I'm like cautiously. I'm a little worried about that just because of this A+.
Yeah.
Level A or A+ line, and
I mean,
the fact
you're
that
gonna
there's
see
so many gears.
TF1 Bumblebee. You're gonna see Devastation Optimus, and then Gears and Bumblebee for the reissue, like retro looking line.
Reissue.
Yeah. And that's all
like
you're gonna
that's
see
why
on Walmart.
I still pre-ordered them, like, just in case.
Yeah.
Because I will say the retro line is I am seeing it move, like, numbers, but it's just that they keep restocking it, and if
there's
it
a
shelf
lot of
warms, and if it shelf warms, then we're not gonna, like, Walmart's policy is that if the shelf is empty, we'll put new stuff out. If it's still there, then we're not even gonna think about it.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy, but
yeah,
my process would be if it's new, we need to get it out so that way we can make more money.
Yeah, and then we just throw all this stuff on clearance. I mean, that's what Target was doing with a lot of this stuff.
They already got rid of the TF1 Bumblebee and Devastation Optimus. Like, they had that for like 2 months and it was gone already.
Yeah, and like, you know, like, that's how you move numbers, but like
that's how you move product.
But I have a feeling that Brawn is going to be the shelf warmer of them.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the one that's the least different, him or Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least with him, they gave him a new head. Bumblebee, they didn't. Which, granted, like, I don't get why, because
it's just
like you're saving a lot on. Oh wait, I know why. Because that mold was an old tooling.
Yeah.
An older tooling, so they probably just didn't want to make a new one.
Yeah, there's no point in making another head for a tooling that is now outdated by a figure that had come out a year ago.
Like
6 months ago.
Yeah, and even then, like, they're probably just gonna re-release the other Bumblebee.
Yeah.
They could always do that. But I'm actually somewhat excited for the toy style Brawn, just because I'm a customizer, so like I get the potential to do a lot of repaints with that.
Yeah.
But besides that, like, Brawn is not really on the priority list. That's mainly probably Sea Spray. But for other things that were revealed or I guess showcased, we got the Derek and Salila SDCC pack, which I was lucky enough to get, but my friend was gonna ship it to me. Yeah. Along with some other things that came out, and shipping was going to be $30, and I'm just like, God. I have a friend who's going to LA in September. I'm just going to ask him to shove it in his bag.
Yep.
Along with that, we had the first release of the Hearts of Steel pack,
Ooh, Hearts of Steel. Can't wait for the Thomas the Train retool of that. I'm gonna buy it.
I have the third-party Thomas the Train one, and it is a fun toy. And I would honestly love them to do a Thomas the Train.
I would buy it immediately.
Collab. I feel like that's probably in their direction, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the Optimus, I'm like, that looks pretty Thomas to me. Looking at the Bumblebee, I'm like, okay, that could be like a Percy.
Yeah, because they don't make these molds without repaints in mind.
Without a plan.
So it's like I mean, things like Cannon Megatron, like I don't know what you can do with, but I'm sure they could come up with something.
I mean, you paint it purple. There you go. There's Galvatron.
Hey, that you paint it you remold it a little bit, then it becomes it can literally become a Galvatron. Yeah. Like the most they would probably need to do is just a new head.
Yeah, new head.
But then you look at
voila,
and then you look at things like Starscream. You got all the Seekers built into that. You know, it's just like hope we get those as Seekers. Yeah. I feel like that could be something fun.
Yeah, honestly, out of all of the 4 characters, I think I like Megatron's alt mode the most, just because it's the most ridiculous in a sense. Like, for a Transformer, you'd be like, oh yeah, train, that makes sense. A plane, makes sense. A Civil War cannon, you'd be like, huh? But it works.
I've always like questioned how Transformers like scan their alternate modes because cannons don't have like machines in them.
Yeah, like they're not mechanical.
The biplane doesn't have
like
metal technically. So it's like
most cannons.
Here's how that works in lore, but like Megatron was never in Hearts of Steel the story, so we'll never know. But it's nice to see this design actually get represented in some kind of way.
We'll never know, but we might one day. Who knows?
I would, the DC animated like movies that like they release that aren't like in a story. Like I would love like a Hearts of Steel,
a little animated movie,
our animated movie, something like that. Like I feel like that would be really cool. And then they got Toys for Studio series for like a few years, and then they could re-release all these ones, as single releases.
Yeah.
But kind of going back to Derek and Salila, were you able to pick up that those were like O-ring G.I. Joe figures?
From what I could tell, they looked like it. Now, I'm not a big G.I. Joe guy, or honestly, most any other action figures. I kind of only dabble in the Transformers, some Hot Wheels, some Marvel Legends, but I do know that they were O-ring figures, so they do fit in like that classic G.I. Joe scale. So
I'm really hoping they do something bigger eventually, but I think this is very cool for like, for a comic line that technically isn't a Transformers line, but like still getting represented in some kind of way in physical media. I think it's just pretty cool.
Yeah, I do hope that this makes the Hasbro website or like goes to other distributors. 1, so that way I can buy a case of it. But 2, because that Jetfire looks pretty good. I like how vibrant the colors are on it. It's definitely a slight improvement on Siege, which is good.
I'm probably going to use this one as like my display.
Yeah, for the G1.
Jetfire.
Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna keep my Siege one, but I'm gonna put on the armor. I'm finally gonna display him with like his extra armor, so it's like finally get use out of that,
Yeah, which is good because I never really used the armor for that one either.
But we're gonna come back to Jetfire in a little bit because this kind of goes into our next reveal.
Yeah.
Armada Nemesis Prime. So I know you're a big Armada and Aaron Archer like fan. So how does this release make you feel?
Love it. Gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it instantly.
Yeah, instantly. And the mini cons.
And what's the main draw for you? Is it Nemesis Prime? Is it the mini cons? Or is it just the set in general?
I think it's just the set in general. Like honestly, like a Dark Evil Optimus always goes well for me. I always enjoy them. I really like the Armada Optimus Prime mold. Before
it is a very good mold.
Before all these modern Armada figures, I wasn't really big on Unicron Trilogy, but since messing with them, there is still like kind of that taste of Armada with like the nice like chunkiness to them, and especially this Optimus Prime mold is fantastic. It's terrific. So I know this figure is going to be just as good, but now it's a dark evil version, and it comes with minicons. So it's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, like, it looks really good. It looks really accurate to the show. I love the new head sculpt. I think that's such a cool addition. My only criticism with the head sculpt is I wish the eyes were a bit brighter.
Yeah, they were a bit, like, they popped a little bit more out of that head sculpt.
Yeah, because if you just look at the reference image to what he looks like, then you could see that he has a bit more pronounced eye color.
Yeah.
But, you know, we still have to see this toy, like, in person when it actually releases to, like, the masses. They're only working with prototypes right now.
Yep.
And if for some reason it still looks a bit weird, then you always have Toy Hacks as an option.
Toy Hacks does good stuff, so they do that extra bit.
There's a big controversy when it comes to this toy that you weren't aware of, but I've just been seeing a lot on social media. And you said this was an instant buy for you, but what do you think of the price?
So the price is what, 60, 70?
I think it's $75.99, something like that.
Well, I mean, let's think about it like this. This figure, engineering-wise, is probably a 55. Probably, I would say a liter maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
But, so 55 for that. I'm just going to move you right here. Okay, so there's 3 minicons. If you do the math, I feel like 3 minicons would equal 3 core class figures. Because they're a little bit bigger than the MicroMasters, and those were 2 a pack. So I'd throw them in with core class. So that's $10 times 3. That's $30. So $85, and they're charging $75. I personally, I don't see what the issue is with that, but I get it. It's a more expensive item. You know, liters are already pretty damn expensive, and then to get another an additional $15 on top of that, I understand why people are frustrated, but just looking at the engineering and the budget, it makes sense why it's $75, and it honestly seems like a good deal to me.
Yeah.
But that could just be my opinion. I could be wrong.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, like, even if I feel like being generous with the minicons and saying their core class, like, even if they were like deluxe classes, like a deluxe class like box of 4, kind of like the Studio Series RC,
those 3 were a deluxe
triplets. Like, even if we think about it like that, it still is, I'd say, worth it.
Yeah.
You're not getting... Because people are just like, oh, but the height of it, it's like a Voyager, but it's just like...
Yes, but it's an extremely engineered Voyager.
Like, everyone's willing to pay $50, $60 for that leader class, that new leader class Megatron, but, like, this is a big deal to some people. But then when you look at Jetfire and Derek and Salila, like, the figure, that's actually more of, I'd say, like, I don't want to say rip-off, but it's like you're getting overpriced because you're getting Jetfire without his commander bits, so let's say that's, like, so that's he's losing 90, a lot of his accessories.
You mark him down to 85, I would say. I feel like that would be 85,
and then you're getting, and then you're getting 2 little, like, G.I. Joe figures, which... Let's, like, say they're, I don't know, like, core class engineering, potentially.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So it's, like, you know, it's still a big price for... I know what a lot of people are really getting this for is Derek and Salila.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what I'm getting this for.
Yeah.
But I'd say the Nemesis Prime drama is a bit overinflated right now.
Yeah.
Like, and then I see people on Twitter right now, like, saying...
Well, that's Twitter.
Oh, sorry, X.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
see
saying,
people,
Twitter's full of just a bunch of bunch of garbage.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it on YouTube, I'm seeing it on everywhere, just like people saying, oh, they should have included the trailer, and and then, like, people are even now, like, finding, like, screenshots of Armada saying, well, he's not accurate because in that, for a single frame, he had a trailer, and I'm just like, alright, like, did you really want to pay... So let's say it like this. If this was a $90 commander class plus and then you potentially $30, another $110 box set, like,
they'd still
granted, I feel like, I mean, it would be cool to get a trailer, you know, and, you know, we are rumored to be getting a Armada Jetfire eventually. So it's like, you're going to have an extra pair of pants for Nemesis, like, in the future. So
There
it's
you go.
like, stop complaining.
I just feel like people complain too much. Like the price is the price. It's not that bad. If you don't want it at that price, don't pay for it.
Or potentially wait for a clearance. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
like-
this is a first day buy for me, just because I feel like this is gonna sell well.
Mhm.
Like, and you also can't predict what goes on sale, and what doesn't go
Exactly.
on sale. So it's
Like this is
mainly this.
exclusive item, right? To Pulse.
Yeah, it's gonna be for the PulseCon, I think they said.
So I wouldn't wait on it.
Yeah, like, and like, you know, there will be other opportunities, because some people are only getting this for the mini cons. There will probably be other opportunities to get these characters.
Oh,
like, you have other repaints of other
And especially
swords that they are.
Yeah, especially if this set sells well, they'll like have everyone know. Oh, more mini cons.
Yeah, like, I'm very curious how they're gonna produce more mini cons, because I feel like they could only do it
Yeah.
like this for so long.
Before people just ask for more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, we're missing so many of the minicon characters, and then along with that, like, some of the updated figures don't have the ability to even connect with minicons.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm very curious how they handle ones like Swindle and Sparkplug, but we just have to wait and see.
Time will tell.
And these weren't necessarily like new reveals, but we had it finally went up for the Hot Wheels collab
Yes.
figures.
Yes.
Those look really nice.
Wheels collab.
I wasn't a Hot Wheel. I mean, I was more of a Cars kid,
Mm-hmm.
like the Pixar Cars. So I had a lot of those as a kid. But I believe you told me that you were a bit of a Hot Wheels fan
So
while you were younger.
a little bit. So for the most part, I'm just like a car person in general, like just all around. So do collect some of like the little Cars diecast from Hot Wheels, but then also like the actual like Cars movie stuff. Played a ton of racing games as a kid, and Forza Horizon 3 and 5, they have a Hot Wheels like map, so you can literally just drive around on Hot
wow.
Wheels tracks doing loop-de-loops and stuff. And both of these cars are in that game, so I'm very familiar with them, and to see them as Transformers is very cool and very exciting.
And I believe there was like a rumor, there was a leak about that there's more coming,
Yes,
more Hot Wheels
yes.
figures.
They said that
Did
there
they
would be
did
more
they
coming.
say the car, or did they say that it's just more Hot Wheels?
I think it just
figures
says
are
Hot
coming?
Wheels, but I know one of them says Twin Mill 2, so it's probably just going to be a redeco.
Okay, so do you have an idea of what that would maybe
For the
represent, or
Twin Mill, not off the top of my head, because I'm not 100% certain, because I didn't ever really watch any of the like the Hot Wheels cartoons, or I don't know any of like the iconic repaints for that car, but
okay?
I'm just off the top of my head.
Would you
no
say
idea.
are there any like hopes of a Hot Wheels car that you, or like guesses that you think would be probably their next ones?
I would love for a Hot Wheels Diora 2. I think that would
okay.
be awesome. I'm sure do you know what the Diora 2 is?
I don't. I'm actually
Okay.
gonna look it up right now.
If you look it up right now, it is a sick looking thing. They actually made a like real life Dior 2 along with both of these cars, which is why I'm assuming that's one of the ones that they'd go with.
Ooh, is
one
it
of
is it like a red, orange?
Yeah, it's like kind of like
Or-
a bubbly looking car.
Okay, wait, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It has like surfboards in it.
So
I could see this being a
yeah,
Transformer.
it's one of the more iconic Hot Wheels cars. So I could see them doing that.
Okay, that's a good choice. But that's it for really like the stuff that was initial reveals. Now here we go into the spicy, more hot stuff. So we're gonna talk about Age of the Primes first.
Yep.
The long-awaited Sure Shot
That
figure.
everyone thought was canceled.
Yeah, well, that was canceled like 3 times,
Yeah.
really.
But he's here now.
Probably the least exciting
Yeah.
out of all the reveals, like when you look at it in like a bubble.
Oh yeah.
But it is very nice to finally get this figure out.
Yeah, like in the sphere of what's going to be on the shelf, this is probably the one that will shelf warm because most
There's
people
a
aren't
lot
going to
of
know who
good
it
stuff
is.
coming.
He's kind of some funky colors, red,
Yeah.
orange, and yellow. There's no cool colors to break that up, but I think he looks good. I like that he's got his little trigger bot with him. So he looks good all
I
around.
just I feel like if the only way this guy won't shell form is if for some reason it just is just a really good figure.
Yeah.
Like if he's like really highly engineered with like posability and stuff like that, because he actually wasn't at SDCC.
Yeah.
On the display room, I think. But like I'm
God.
pretty excited for him, but he's on the bottom of my like must-have list. But then we have someone who's probably on the top of a lot of people's blast off.
Yes. All right, I gotta go into my room because my camera died.
Oh, okay.
Love that.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's talk about blast off.
So blast off, I knew from the get-go that this guy was gonna probably share some engineering with Slingshot.
Yeah.
And you could kind of see it in the feet, but oh my god, this guy looks awesome. Though.
Oh yeah, he looks sick. Honestly,
Like,
in some of the pictures, he looks like pretty like dark brown, and I thought it was like just black. Which in my head, I'm like, oh, that's not blast off. But like looking more at this HD picture, I can see more of the brown coming out. But the shuttle mold cleaned up pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean that slingshot mold is very well engineered. So it's like I was confident that they would make like a good blast off figure.
Yeah.
Because Vortex is actually my favorite of the Age of the Primes combiner limbs. So like the fact that we got a solid blast off to go along with it just makes me more excited for the Bruticus coming.
Yeah. For sure.
And then we have Junkion Jalopy.
This one will show form.
This one is going to shell form, but it doesn't change the fact that he looks cool.
Mm-hmm. I like the engine block sticking out of the hood.
What is funny, I'm not sure if you remember during TFCon that I had bought in a, what's his name, Scrap Hook from Travis.
Yeah.
Along with one of his, and then I also bought a tow line.
Oh, I have
my plan was
toy line.
So my plan was to make a custom Junkion for the Junkosaurus because I didn't want to use axle grease, axle grease as a leg because of just the color uniformity. So I made a custom Junkion with the tow line head and the scrap hook body.
Yeah.
Only for them to just announce it the day I finish.
The day you finish. Isn't that the irony?
The day I finish the custom, this guy gets announced. Mm-hmm. And I'm a little bit annoyed, but then I realize, wait, this is the axle grease mold, so mine is a little different.
Yeah, yours is more different.
Yeah.
But I just... isn't that like the collector curse, though? Like, especially if you're a customizer?
Yeah, I mean... That's something I'd honestly be interested in having its own like dedicated segment to. Maybe like inviting a like customizer to like talk about like what it's like to be a customizer and have some of these figures get revealed or updated.
Yeah.
But like this is probably gonna shell form. I'm curious though if this is the. Did they specify like the order these are going to be released in, or like the wave?
If they did, I missed it. But I'm going to assume that Blast Off is going to be like the first wave.
Wave 1, yeah.
Honestly, I would just assume that there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 new figures in a wave, and then the rest like repacks. But I could be wrong.
I think what they're doing is they're doing the release 4 on wave 1 and then release 3 on wave 2.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So it's like, I'm curious who are the wave 1s and wave 2s, but... Because I feel like they gotta throw in one of the primes for wave 1, but I feel like either way...
They will.
Jalopy is gonna shell form a little bit.
Yeah, he will.
But then, someone who's not gonna shell form is Quick Strike. I have a feeling this guy's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Quick Strike. So I wasn't very familiar with Quick Strike up until about like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, because I hadn't really seen much of Beast Wars Season 2, and then I bought the DVD for it, and I watched it, and I was like, okay, I like Quick Strike. He's pretty great.
I'm so glad he's not a core class.
I don't know where that rumor started from, but I was like, there's no way they can do him in core class. Like, That doesn't...
Well, I think the only reason people say that is because him and Rat Trap were in, like, the same size class in the original toy. But it's like...
in the show, he was much bigger.
Yeah, he was, like, a taller character. But, like, I'm really happy with this figure.
Oh, yeah, he looks sick.
It's nice to see another Fusor. It's funny, in Proto's segment... his most recent segment, Proto Man, the TF Slag podcast, they posted a video just talking with Mark and the other Hasbro boys.
Yep.
And like Proto brought up a very good point is that Hasbro, whenever they make a mold, that they are looking at the repaint potential.
Yep.
You know, Blastoff has his repaints. Sure Shot, they can definitely remold that into something.
Yeah.
Jalopy, that was a repaint. So it's like, I'm very curious what they're going to do with this, since I don't know a repaint that exists for Quick Strike.
I was going to say, is there a repaint for Quick Strike?
I don't think there is, in all honesty. I mean, they could always make one, but, like, I'm very curious what they plan to do with this in the future. Excited to see what they do for in the future.
Well, I'm curious.
In all honesty, I have one idea.
Yeah.
But... the only thing I could think of is there's this weird scorpion monster that's in Void Rivals.
Okay.
That's like that's a creature that's native to Quintessa.
Okay. So it could be that.
It could be that, but it's just like that is the deepest cut I can think of for it. Or we might not see a repaint, because like there's many times that we don't see repaints or retools just because there's other things that are more of a priority.
Yeah. I mean, this very well could fall into that category where we just don't actually see repaint for it. I don't think so, but you never know.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, this one's an oddball.
But then we have probably an even bigger oddball is Quintus Prime.
Ooh, Quintus Prime.
I've been very excited to see how they would interpret this design, and I'm not disappointed because this looks really cool.
Yeah, I was concerned before it got revealed, like, okay, how are they gonna make this? Like, how is it gonna work and look and feel? And seeing it, I think it looks very good. Obviously, there's a concern for the clear plastic. People have been making jokes all weekend about how this isn't gonna survive 20 years. And to be fair, it might not, but I think it looks good nonetheless, and it kind of fits that Prime aesthetic with
Definitely
that clear
does.
plastic. But I think he looks good.
Yeah, I think they did the best they could do on a deluxe budget.
Yeah.
Like, I think if this thing was Voyager, then it would have been probably a bit more complex, if anything, but...
Hey, at least he's not another truck.
Yeah, exactly.
There
Like, we get another flying vehicle, a squid-like vehicle, which is, like, pretty important for the Quintesson theme.
Yep.
But then you also... so we were just talking about repaints, and it's just like, this can be retooled into maybe something like Botanica.
Which Daniel has been dying for Botanica for 20 years.
Yeah. I'd say everyone that loves Beast Machines and, like, wants new characters represented has been
dying for
excited
Botanica.
for this. Okay. I was just, like... this is kind of going into our leaks that we're going to talk about later, but there was a listing for a Maximal 4-pack for Target. So it's like, I've been trying to brainstorm who potential Maximals could be to include in that. Botanica is a deluxe. Yeah.
They might do Rat Trap into the blue repaint, the Pack Rat repaint. Is that who that is?
Yeah, the only thing is that's a core.
Well, who's to say they don't want to do a core?
Maybe. I mean, I know they also have. I'm gunning that they're probably gonna do a Cyber Shark.
Oh yeah.
With that, you know, I mean, the Skybite mold is very good, so it's like they'd probably want to reuse that. It's like a guaranteed sell almost.
And I mean, historically, they have done 3 Deluxes and a Voyager. So
yeah, but that could always change.
Yeah.
But now moving on to Voyagers, speaking of that, is Brawl.
Brawl
looks pretty good. Yes. I mean, it's not... I hate not acting like I'm excited, because I am, but it's like... It's hard to really, like, get excited for the foot.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see what the engineering is like, because this is the first combiner limb that is going to become a whole foot.
Yeah.
Very similar to how Scrapper and Mixmaster are.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm very curious how this turns out. And it looks like a pretty good mold, which is good to hear. And now all the animated fans probably cried in pain at the sight of Age of the Prime's
I cried
Wreck
in pain
Guard.
at this. Oh, God.
Why didn't they just do Rescue Bot Salvage? If they wanted to, like, reuse this
Because
mold.
Rekar, I don't think has been used since 2021. Trademarks. That's probably it.
You're absolutely right about that, probably.
And I think the head sculpt looks perfect. It looks absolutely amazing. The only thing he's missing is the antenna, but, I mean, it's a small piece. It would probably break off.
Yeah.
But everything else is...
Yeah, like, it was almost there. I feel like if they retooled it, remolded it, then they would have gotten a lot more out of it.
Yeah.
And it would have been maybe a bit more accurate. But, like, I mean, this is probably, for me, like, the bottom of my list of, like,
this is
what I'm going to get.
Hard.
It's going to shell form hard. I mean, I think this is also
and now
yeah,
this one.
and I think this is the Wave 1 Voyager.
Oh, God,
so it's like him and Brawl.
Well, hopefully they make Brawl 2 a case instead of 1.
Yeah. I mean, how I kind of look at it is, I might be wrong about my information right now, but I feel like I've heard somewhere that when Hasbro is, like, releasing a wave, they're keeping in mind of, like, what toy gets more of a budget put into it. So it's like in a wave where we get this complex Brawl that is becoming a combiner limb, we need a cheap repaint that's like a head swap.
Yeah.
So like that's why a figure like and that's why a figure like Flatline came out in the same way as Alpha Trion, because they needed to have more money available to make a good toy.
Well, and I will say I've seen like the assortment like breakdown, and it is 2 Alpha Trions and 1 Flatline, so that's at least a plus. Is that even though he is the more engineered figure, he's getting 2.
That's good. That's good. So let's hope that it's the same case for Brawl then.
I assume it would be, because they know that Brawl's going to probably sell better than Rekgar. So we can only hope.
And we talked about Amalgamus Prime. I mean, what more is there to say? I'm glad that they took some influence from TF1, it seems. Like with his scythe and all that. I mean, that's the only like legible media he was in, so it's like I don't blame them for going off of this as an example.
Yeah, no, he looks good. I like him.
If he's able, depending on how easy and uneasy it is to like take him apart, I might make a DevCon, like Dark of the Moon DevCon custom out of like his Spider Tank mode. Like if the head is easy to replace, then that's like an idea of something I might make for fun.
Yeah. For sure.
But now for the leaders, got Razor Claw.
Razor Claw.
See, like this is a I don't want to say like easy repaint, but a repaint that, again, like Rekgar might be seen as like a bit lamer. People are probably hoping for more, but I see this as a win because we're getting Universe Razor Claw and mainline.
No, he looks good.
Yeah, like, I'm excited for him. Probably going to wait for a sale, just because I have a feeling he will be the one that shell forms.
Yeah.
He's going to be the G2 Grimlock of the wave. But then you got Big Convoy.
Oh, Big Convoy.
Big Convoy.
This guy's going to be hard to get when he first
cool.
releases.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a first day pre-order, just to make sure that I secure him.
Like, I'm trying to debate, like, on EE, do I order the assortment case, or do I just order a shit ton of Big Convoy? Like, he looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know he's going to be the hot seller of that, so it might be better just to get, like, a full case of him, but that's to decide in the future. I know a lot of people are a little upset that he doesn't come with his big gun or whatever like that, but it's like, come on,
awesome.
Like, he looks awesome. Like, originally I thought this guy was going to be a like a made-to-order figure.
No.
I could have sworn that was like what leaks said, but I guess that it's either not happening or something else. But like, I'm happy to see Big Convoy in mainline,
which means we'll get an Ultra Mammoth, and Ultra Mammoth looks,
I
would say like, better than this.
And then you got Bloody Tusks, Bloody Tusks version. Like, see, when you release these figures in mainline, then you have the potential for repaints.
Yep.
Like whether or not it's in demand and stuff. You know, like that's why things like HasLabs don't get repaints, because they're just not engineered for that. But this can be remade, which is awesome.
Yep.
And I guess we could briefly talk about it, but Commander Onslaught looks pretty good.
Yep.
Just from his render.
Yeah, honestly, like if you told me this was a transforming figure and I had no idea, I'd be like, really? I'd be like, that just looks like a CG model. He looks pretty good.
Like, I'm excited to see how this comes out, you know, but we just have to wait and see with it.
I'll order
now for Studio Series. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And then expect a lot of repaints of Bruticus throughout the years.
There's going to be like 3.
There's going to be like Ruination, there's going to be G2 Bruticus, then eventually Studio Series is going to do the Gamer Edition probably.
Oh, my God, I'm going to... don't even get me started on Gamer Edition. I'm going to lose it.
So... Now moving on to Studio Series, Arachnid looks very good.
Especially for only being like a year removed from the movie. She came out excellent and at a deluxe class. Yeah. Like, she looks great.
What's Nightbird's excuse? Like a year after the movie comes out, you know? But, like, even though they had to, like, add heels to it, like,
that's
who cares, you know? Like, it looks
You need a figure that stands. I just made a review on Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe, and that is the complete...
Oh, yeah.
That ruins it.
I remember that figure.
It's a great figure, except for the fact that it barely can stand.
I remember my cousin had a Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. They had the one with the red on it, that came with the guns.
Oh, sidearm Sideswipe?
Yeah, and that figure also couldn't stand, and he actually gifted it to me, and I said, "Can you like take it back?"
Can you take it back?
No, he wasn't like it wasn't like he bought it. It was in his collection. He just gave it to me.
Yeah,
but I'm just like, okay.
He's gonna fall over off my shelf one day.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Sideswipe was my favorite from Revenge of the Fallen, so it's like I was like a little heartbroken that happened.
Well, I mean, at least with the newer releases, they fixed that issue, but, like, that first attempt in Revenge of the Fallen killed
I do want to rebuy that figure eventually.
It's a good figure. Most of the Sideswipes are very good, they just don't stand.
Yeah, but then next is our Barricade from Transformers: The Last Night. I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about this guy.
I
mean, I will say, the render... makes him look even weirder.
Yeah, like his little leg, his like chicken leg stance that he's got going on for his robot mode. Yeah, that's a little bit funky. I think car mode looks great. That is perfectly a Mustang. It looks awesome.
Face sculpt looks good.
I think
it looks like a good figure.
I don't like that it doesn't say to punish and enslave, but that's okay. That's where I'll get my toy hacks from.
Yeah.
But I think he'll look better in person.
Was that on the 07 one?
Yeah, it's on the 07 one.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's even
on.
No, I mean
the Studio Series 07 one.
Yeah, yeah, it's on there.
Dang, just cheaping out, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, they didn't put it on that Hot Wheels, which I think was the first instance they didn't put it on there.
Yeah.
That or like the movie 1 5-pack.
Yeah, I forgot that one didn't include it. What potentially could happen is inevitably Hasbro will want to make a 5-pack of the I Want My Crew scene.
Oh.
Like, imagine they do a Nitro Zeus with an accurate head. They do another Barricade. Mohawk and an eventual leader class TLK Megatron.
Jesus Christ. It's going to be great.
And then what, Dreadbot or Onslaught potentially? Like,
maybe.
Or Berserker, you know? Like, they reuse that mold too.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah, no, I like how this came out. I think it'll be better in person. And when I looked at the listings, like when they were first leaked, I was just kind of like, I'll probably pass on that one. And then seeing it, I'm like, no, okay, the Baver's child in me still lives on. Like, I need to get it. Even though I've only seen The Last Night once and I didn't like it, I'm like, no, I need to get it.
I knew that this figure was going to be something cool, but I wasn't expecting to be this excited for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of excitement, I'm not as excited for Windcharger.
I know everybody else is.
I know everyone else is.
Yeah.
And I'm a G1er, and I've been waiting for a Windcharger release. But I don't know, just something about it just isn't, like, clicking right with me. His shoulders and, like...
Homie
he's very cartoony.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, just, like, I think I need to see it in person.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll look way better in person, because, again, we're looking at renders.
models,
I like that he comes with a blast effect, and he has, like, a really posable head.
Yeah.
But we just have to wait and see with that.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Voyager Alpha Trion looks very good.
Yes. Lawrence Fishburne.
I mean, there isn't really much to say. The only thing that I will say is that I think the back of his the moss part.
Yeah, the lion.
I
mode.
believe that's clear plastic.
Really? Is it?
I feel like it looks like it, or it was said to be, but I'm a little worried about that because there's a lot of clear plastic on this figure. Like the sword, his spikes, and all that stuff. I mean, I will say Hasbro is getting better with their clear plastic these days, but...
It's one of those where it's like if a kid plays rough with this one, he might not come out unscathed. But that's okay. We know how to handle our toys here.
Yeah, at least I do.
I would hope I do.
And then I'm sure this is going to be a big talking point, but Studio Series Voyager Thundercracker.
Oh, the amount of anger that I saw come out of this figure. Oh my goodness.
I am so happy that this is coming out.
I like the classic mold for the Seekers more than I like the Earthrise mold. I think the Earthrise mold is kind of a downgrade, even though it's technically bigger and more scale accurate and it's more posable. But this looks like it's way accurate.
It's gonna look so good with. It's gonna look so good with Megatron and Optimus. Like you say that about the classics, and it's like the classics was made for its era.
Exactly.
Of toys, and then they just like I don't know why they even thought like, oh, everyone liked the classics one, so it's like, why don't we just add ankles and like
try and make
not
it better,
change
but
a lot of it.
Kind of eh.
I know there's some like discourse about the potential of parts forming about this guy.
Well, didn't they say like the fins or something on the back?
Yeah, it's the back bottom fins, and it's like
I'm not worried about that. I mean, if you want to get as perfect as a robot mode as possible, you probably need parts forming with any character.
Yeah, and even then, like it's optional parts forming too.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal, and I think he looks great. And for once, he's not an exclusive.
Yeah.
He's going to be retail, and he's going to be mainline, and I think he looks great. This is a vast improvement over Earthrise. The coloring looks excellent. It looks perfect. So...
yeah, I mean...
people are upset that Earthrise didn't get finished with all their secret molds and characters, but that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I'd rather them continue making Siege repaints...
yes.
than doing another Earthrise repaint of, like, with that mold. But now moving on to Leader, we got Nemesis Prime. Yes. Now, for anyone who missed out on the the Age of Extinction Optimus, this looks like a pretty good figure. You get a faceless Optimus. You get some extra different accessories. I like that he comes with a new blade, from what they said. But besides that, overall the same figure. Yes. New wrists too, right? They said.
Okay.
New arms.
I think they said there was new forearm pieces, which I don't see the difference, but that's just because I've only seen the 4th and 5th movies a few times, so I don't know off the top of my head. But
it's when he's like pulling the sword out of the ground, you see his like arms transform into something different. I think that's what they mean.
Okay.
And then you have kind of going back to Grimlock, I'm not sure if you noticed on the picture, you can see that his head becomes like the bottom of his neck.
Okay.
Like his extra head, and I just think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what do you think about now we're finally going to start completing these Dinobots?
God help my wallet. God help my wallet. Again, I thought I didn't care for this movie, and then seeing this guy as a Titan Scale, I'm like, oh, shit, I do. I do want these figures. I'm going to have to buy these figures now.
Yeah, I mean...
And Grimlock is awesome.
Yeah, Grimlock, like, if you just have to get one...
Get Grimlock.
I'd say Grimlock is like the top choice.
Just simply for the fact that, like, I'm going to get Grimlock, and I'm going to display him in dinosaur mode, so that way I can put my Age of Extinction Optimus on him. Like, that for display is going to be awesome. So, yeah. You might as well just go ahead and get him. Give me all Dinobots.
So before, I mean, like, and then we also have the possibility of maybe even getting some of the concept ones, too.
Really?
I mean, like, think about it. Like, we have... There's like, for one, they want to make more Dinobots because they're hot sellers.
Yeah.
And then you also have bots like Slash,
Scorn,
Sludge, and Snarl. Like, Scorn, Strafe, and Slug are guaranteed for the toy line, like, because they said that they're going to make them. But the rest are unknowns, and it's just like, imagine Titan class Sludge. Like, with a nice long neck, or Commander Sludge. Like, it could be really cool, potentially.
Yep.
And before we talk about the leaked stuff that's coming, we also got word that we're doing a new fan vote. The Activate Your Alt Mode fan vote.
Okay, Jaden, please explain this to me, because I have no idea what any of it is talking about.
Wait, do you seriously
Yes,
not?
seriously, I have no idea. I've been seeing this, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, so I just scroll up, and I'm like, okay.
So on August 12th is when they're going to be announcing a first round of voting.
Okay.
Where we're going to... And I'm reading this straight from Nate's Instagram.
Okay. Read it
so
verbatim.
He said the first... Yeah, so it's going to be on August 12th where we're going to start voting for either getting a new figure of Starscream or Shockwave, and then Grimlock and Mirage.
Okay.
The two winners will face off to see who gets a new alt mode. Second round will be what category of the alt mode will be a sea alt mode, an air, land, or wild card alt mode. So we could be suggesting maybe something like a submarine Grimlock.
Right. Okay.
And then round 3, you'll be choosing from 4 alt modes from the category and deciding on a final idea, and then September 17th is when they'll reveal the concept, what it looks like.
Okay. And then are they going to make like a toy out of that, or?
Yes, this is going to be a toy. I think they said this is going to be the next Timelines toy.
Interesting. So, is that what Timelines is just going to be from now on?
I don't know. I mean, this is the first time they're doing it.
Huh.
This is gonna be pretty cool.
Interesting.
They said the voting's all, for the most part, gonna be done through Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stuff the ballots, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of options to choose from potentially. I mean, we just gotta wait and see. I'm a little sad that Soundwave wasn't an option on this.
Yeah.
But if you had to choose between Starscream and Shockwave, who are your choices?
Give me Shockwave.
And then, if you had to choose between Grimlock and Mirage, who are you choosing?
Mirage,
okay.
Yep.
Interesting. I was honestly going to go for a Grimlock and Shockwave vote. But Mirage sounds like he could be cool just because of his color scheme.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of getting a new alternate mode for Grimlock, so it could be like a Cybertronian alt mode for Grimlock.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think
pre-war, almost.
Yeah.
But, like, we don't know what this is going to be, because, you know, when you think of a sea alt mode, that could be a whale.
Yeah.
Mirage a whale Grimlock.
He could be a Beast Wars character. You can make a Mirage that's a whale.
Yeah, like, there's so many options to choose from with this.
Oh, you know what they could do for Mirage if they made him a beast? Make him an octopus. What? Because octopuses, because they can blend in with their surroundings.
Turn invisible. Yeah.
There you go. Hasbro, take the idea right out of my mouth.
See, like, well, I'm not sure how this is going to work. If this is just going to be a thing that we're suggesting a thing, like,
Yeah.
land alt mode,
Car, truck.
a Hummer, I don't know, like, but I guess the last bit of news is going to be the recent leaks that came out.
Yes, let's pull up the
talking
leaks.
about, so we also got word that there's going to be a new Target subline next year.
Yes.
That's going to have some, like a studio series.
What a shame I don't work there anymore.
Yeah. But luckily I travel to a lot of Targets, so
Yeah.
I'll probably be able to get a lot of these. But from what I'm seeing, we got things like a deluxe prowl that's going to be from the Earthrise mold.
Thank God, because...
We're going to have a magenta, or is it magenta, hot rod.
Oh, is that... Okay. Nice.
So, or it's either going to be a magenta hot rod or that, like, red hot
Yeah,
rod
that
that,
canceled
like,
Walmart
everyone's been,
one.
like, asking for. I'm not too sure.
I'd rather
like,
have the magenta.
I'd rather have a magenta one. I feel like that could be cool, and that still gives room for that one to come out in the future.
Yeah.
But then, we have things like Hound.
Mhm.
But this is where it starts getting interesting, because we have a SS Anniversary Voyager Starscream,
Yep.
which is presumably going to be the new 86 mold.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people are upset about this.
I think that they are not thinking long-term enough when they're upset about this.
Yeah,
Because most people are like, oh, he's Starscream, he's a main character, why would you put him in a capsule? Because
exactly
they know
why
the
you do
capsule is
it.
going to sell, so they can just throw
Yeah.
whoever, and it's Starscream. They know people are going to want him later, so just
Yeah.
throw him out later as well.
Yeah, like,
2 sales.
and like, there's like, we know we're gonna get like these figures like eventually. Just look at Prowl and Hound. Like
Yeah.
those were all figures that were exclusives, box sets, hard to find. But then like Hound, what was that, last year?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, last year. So it could be as soon as a year getting this guy in a different way. And it's like, even some people are complaining that Prowl is exclusive again, but it's like,
Well,
at least it puts it in the market.
What
you know?
what I will
That's
say
what
is
really-
that Hasbro is not going to limit a top tier character like Starscream to a store exclusive, and that'll be it. They watch what they. I mean, if you go back and you think about what they did for Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, he was an exclusive for when the movie came out
as a first release,
because they just needed
that.
to get him out because they wanted to make more sales in time for the movie. And while yes, he was a pain in the ass to get for like a year, then they started.
And he sold really well.
Yeah,
Remember
and then
that.
they re-released him in mainline, and problem solved because it's Optimus Prime. Why would
Yeah.
you not put that back in mainline to make more money? It's the same with this Starscream. Hasbro's not gonna hold a key character like that. They're gonna put him out there so people run out and buy him because he's quote unquote exclusive, and then they'll release Starscream in another 2 years after that. So
Yeah, like, it's
just how it
it's
is.
the logical. Yeah, it's like, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Along with that, an Insecticon 3-pack. So that's like there, like some of these guys were hard to find, just like a bombshell for some people. Now you're about to get a 3-pack with all of them exclusive somewhere.
And they'll probably be the opposite deco, because I can't remember. Are they G1 inspired or Toy inspired, probably, for this one?
It says SS Anniversary, so I'm assuming it's going to be based on the 86 movie, which means we'll probably get that gray bombshell.
Okay. Imagine
Which
if
I'm
they
happy
gave us a
about.
little swerve and they made them all like the purple with the grid lines. That'd be pretty sweet.
Ooh, that would be.
That'd be
Ooh, that's a
sick.
cool idea.
I would buy that.
That's a wild card idea.
It's a wild
if they
card.
do that. But then you have the last two things were the Maximal multi-pack, and I'm sure you were happy about this. Generation Studio Series Leader Class TF1 Optimus Prime.
Let me just... Sorry, what's that about me being happy about it? What's that? What's that now? Where do I have my...
You were literally... I could hear you doing flips from where I am.
Yeah.
Like when that was
3
announced.
states away.
So
Oh, God, I
I liked that original Voyager 07 Prime and the Dark of the Moon Prime, but I'm curious what bumping it up to leader class means for the figure.
I would say probably...
I have a feeling it's going to be a ground up remake, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Like, it's just going to be probably bigger, beefier, more engineered. I will say, as good as the Studio Series is in, like, both modes, I don't really like the transformation for it. I don't like how
it's all right. It's like...
I don't like how it goes from truck to robot. Like, I'm a crazy person, and I like Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime and all the other versions, but Studio Series is, like, the one where I'm like, the transformation's fine.
And then the question is, does this retain the cross-compatibility with Jetfire?
Probably not. I mean, it would make sense. Hasbro likes to give you a nice box set of everything, then in the best form, and then make a new one another year or two later.
And maybe does that mean a potential Commander class
Oh my God.
Jetfire or a Titan class Jetfire? Because that guy was pretty big.
Titan class would be nuts.
But
I would see more so a Commander, but
yeah.
Even then.
But then you know the maximum multi-pack we talked about. I
think who would be in
for
that.
me. It's just I can't figure it out if they don't want to add core class characters.
Yeah.
Because like you have repaints of Tasmanian Kid, Rat Trap, but then who else is there that is a deluxe?
Yeah, like because they've done all the repaints for Cheetor. They've done Night Prowler. They've done who's the great one?
That's Night Prowler.
Oh, that's Night Prowler. So I'm thinking of Shadow Panther.
Yeah, so they also did a remold to Ravage.
Yep. So like I don't know who else unless they're gonna make. Well, no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't make them Transformers.
Well, I mean, who knows? Like, I feel like Botanica is honestly a good choice along with Cybershark, but then they might even just do a re-release of Cheetor, just include it,
just straight up.
Yeah, like it could be something like that, but or like a toy deco Cheetor or something like that. Like, I'm not sure what they do, but I'm excited for whatever they do. I love the Target 4-packs, so it's like those are like always a highlight of like collecting.
Yeah.
For me. But I guess I wanted to end this podcast with talking about some news about the next direction of where the franchise is going. Mm-hmm. So we recently got some news a while back that Michael Bay may be returning to direct a Transformers movie. And also news that Skybound is potentially adapting their comic into a TV series. And I feel like those are two very big pieces of news that are important to the future of the fandom. But I guess let's start with Bay.
Yep.
Now, we both grew up with the Michael Bay films, and we both saw how they rised and fell, and just how the franchise has been as it is right now.
Yep.
How do you feel about Michael Bay potentially coming back to direct?
Mixed is probably the easiest way, but I'll dive into it. So, I think if given the right amount of, like, pushback, it could be a good thing in terms of, like, okay, you can give Michael Bay the direction for the movie, but, like, make an actual good script. Like, don't let it be all Michael Bay. Let it be written by, like, one or two people. Mm-hmm. Maybe Robert Kirkman can be the writer. That would be great.
He actually helped. He was a part of Michael Bay's writing room for The Last Night, so it's like, but technically he does know him.
Just have him be the only writer, maybe a second writer, and just let him have that story and let Michael Bay direct it. I think if you keep both of those separate, you're fine. You'll do good because Michael Bay knows how to make an action movie,
create, and make it a spectacle.
He knows how to market. His marketing is fantastic for a movie. Mm-hmm. Like, that is why those first 4 or 5 films made so much money. It's because the marketing for them was like crazy.
And then you even have to, like, think about just, like, you know, Hasbro really needs this film, the next Transformers film, to make money.
Yes.
And I feel like if anything, Michael Bay is the perfect person to bring on for a potential G.I. Joe Transformers project.
Yeah, if you do that, and also, like, now the kids who did grow up with him, like us, are now in our early to mid-20s. Like, if anyone's going to go see the movie, a Transformers movie with Michael Bay directing, it's going to be us, who are the prime money-spending target audience. So, I think it's a wise move in Hasbro's eyes, but I also can see how it could lead to bad very quickly.
My only real concerns is just, like, I'm not really scared about Michael Bay. I'm more scared about Paramount, and like the company behind it, because Hasbro wants a successful movie. Michael Bay wants to make money, and you know, he could basically go ham on an action movie to make his money. But then you have Paramount, who's like, you know, I believe they were a big reason why Rise of the Beast, like, was so mixed and, like, didn't have a full idea of, like, what it was doing. But, like, you know, especially what's going on with them in the Skydance and Paramount merger, the things that's happening with South Park, Stephen Colbert, it's like, are we gonna, if we get a new Transformers movie with Michael Bay, are we just getting another pro-military, guns everywhere, explosions, and, like, I don't know. And, like, that's not to say that that's not enjoyable, because things like Independence Day and those movies
and the first Transformers movie
classics.
Is a classic. It's a great movie, and it has all of that.
But I feel like in today's world, like, having a hyper-military movie, and especially G.I. Joe not being as marketable as Transformers,
might hurt it a little bit.
It's like, like, the fact that being involved with military could even, like, hurt it. But it's just about waiting and seeing to see if this news is even valid, because we also have to remember there's always these news leaks about, oh, this person is joining the MCU as
blah 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 blah,
this person, and it's like, then we never see them. Like, things in the film world, things are always cut, news is always spread, and it's also sometimes just a tactic to see if it has
what the response is and see how people feel about it. So
but for the most part, I am seeing a lot of people happy that Michael Bay is coming back, so that's a sign.
The last time Transformers was at a high was when Michael Bay was at the helm.
But it was also at a very bad low when Michael Bay was at the helm. So it was like,
he was, he's a mixed bag.
When
it's good, it's good.
But, like, then we have things like the potential Skybound adaptation,
which I hope that goes through. I hope that's great.
I have a feeling that that's happening either way. I am excited to see how that plays out, considering the Skybound books are really good.
Very good.
I am also excited to see what they change, the art style, what they do. I just have a feeling that that is a direction Robert Kirkman probably wants to go as, like, a entertainer and, like, I don't want to say film influencer, but a film influencer, kind of. He owns a TV company. He's a person very much involved in this medium. So it's like the potential of having that series adapted is pretty cool. But then what happens to Void Rivals and G.I. Joe, which are heavily connected to that story? Is this going to be like an Invincible thing where we have, like, stories that go from place to place to place, with all of it connecting at some point, or is this just going to be a Transformers series? Which I think it should maybe just be a Transformers series. Like, I mean, I will say, the way the story is written, it can just be a Transformers series, easily. Have you read the Skybound stuff?
Yes,
or
I have.
Just loosely?
And I will say, for the most part, like, even though there's just, like, a few little, like, touches of, like, the G.I. Joe stuff and the Void Rival stuff, it hasn't been one of those where I'm like, oh, I don't understand what's going on.
It hasn't been IDW Revelations.
It hasn't been, like, one of those where it's like, oh, I have to read these other comics to get what's going on now. So
it's just, like, it's a big cause and effect. And I'm from what I'm thinking, the direction that Skybound is going into, like the story, it's definitely going to have a G.I. Joe versus the Transformers element to it.
Okay.
Coming. So it's like, I feel like that once that happens in the story, and then if that happens in a movie or show, I mean the show, then that might be the cue to actually make a G.I. Joe adaptation.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not sure if, again, like if G.I. Joe can survive just because of its
Yeah.
pro,
it's
not I don't
there.
want to say pro-war, but pro-military ideas with just, you know, how the world is. Whether the political spectrum you are or not, there are a lot of people that are anti-war and don't want things like that represented to their children. But I think it would turn out pretty well. I think G.I. Joe really just needs like a revamp for whatever medium they choose to be.
They need like their Beast Wars equivalent where it's just completely like flipped on its head.
Yeah. Like
Completely brand new.
like for like, and then like I'm not sure if introducing them in a Michael Bay Transformers movie is the best option for that. You know, introducing the G.I. Joe as the military could be jarring potentially, but like I'm excited for all of these no matter what, because that probably means new toys.
I like more toys,
new media, more comics, more all that.
And hopefully it means the brand does
so
well.
like yeah, that's what it really comes down to, is like these things are really just to help the brand survive. I think if anything, the Skybound TV series is going to be what really helps the brand.
Yeah.
Because it has some really good scenes, and it's like I want to show my parents this kind of story, but it's like, you know, they're not going to read a comic.
They're not going to read a comic.
Like,
they're going to be like, what is this shit?
I mean, my mom might, because she appreciates like good art, but it's like having a good show with good voice acting, good animation is going to be what really makes people watch the show. Because Invincible, like if you put a Transformer, if like the advertising, I could see it now, like created by the same people who made Invincible and The Walking Dead.
And then you end it with Peter Cullen voicing it like they did for Invincible Season 2. Voila!
Yeah. Like, that's why I feel like, you know, Kirkman has a plan. He's, like, working with Peter Cullen right now. So it's like, granted, I think it would be maybe a wise choice to bring in some new talent.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, even with that, the potential of having Peter Cullen involved, you know, having all these other actors involved, like, could be really good. I feel like Kirkman knows what he's doing. I feel like Bay hopefully has an idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, he is a good, like, director, like, but, like, just from what I've seen of his other projects, he hasn't really had a well-received film
In quite some time.
It was actually a documentary. That was his like most recent well-received project. So it's like, you know, it's just about seeing what he brings to the table once that time comes. But again, both of these pieces of news can just be speculation.
Gone just like that. All right.
But that's really it for like our talking points. I mean, we got a good hefty hour and 20 minutes almost. I guess if there's any closing things you want to say, we can wrap it up from there.
I've got two closing things. Go see Superman. Go see Fantastic Four.
I'm actually gonna be seeing Fantastic Four very soon. And I feel like
Did you see Superman yet?
I saw Superman. I love it. I saw it in Canada.
Love Superman.
Bro, like I feel like honestly, the next Transformers movie needs to take some influences of that when making the new version of Optimus Prime.
I want Dad Prime. I want like
like it's time we have like the gentle Optimus
like
on
Prime.
screen.
That's what I want.
Yeah. And before we ended things, I wanted to thank my friend Daniel for doing this thumbnail for us. You could find all of his social medias in the description of this video. He is a comic book artist and comic book illustrator who's hoping to get into the industry, so it really helps that you guys go support his work. He's a good friend of mine, and a friend of the show, I guess.
And we also have all of our socials in the description, too.
Description below.
Yes.
And Bailey, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere. I am all-knowing and all-powerful. I am everywhere. No, you can find me on YouTube, TFW, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all under CringleMcCringle. It's the same handle for everything, basically. Maybe just some slight variations, but search up CringleMcCringle, you'll find me.
And for me, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter. I'm on Tumblr now, where I post my customs. I thought that would be pretty cool to like throw in there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's really it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of this podcast. Yep. Hope to do some more eventually as news comes out, figures come out. We'll figure out when the next episode will be. But until then, stay tuned for more. Bye-bye, guys.
See ya.